For as long as I can remember, I was living the life I thought I was supposed to live: college, a good job, and the relentless pursuit of a stable career. I was working as a marketing manager at a reputable firm, the pay was decent, and on paper, everything looked perfect. But beneath the surface, I felt suffocated, unfulfilled, and stuck in a cycle that was slowly draining my soul. The daily grind, the endless meetings, the office politics, it all felt meaningless. I was spending my days staring at a screen, shuffling through emails, and wondering if this was really it. Was this the life I had worked so hard for? The turning point came one rainy Monday morning. I was sitting in traffic, the rain pattering against my windshield, and I just couldn't take it anymore. It wasn't just about the traffic or the job, it was the realization that I was living on autopilot, moving from one obligation to the next without any real sense of purpose. I felt like I was wasting my life away in a grey cubicle, and something inside me snapped. That day I decided it was time for a change, a radical one. I went into the office, handed in my resignation without a plan, without savings, and without knowing what was next. My colleagues were shocked, and my boss tried to persuade me to reconsider, offering a raise and better projects, but my mind was made up. I wanted out. I needed to reclaim my life, and for the first time I was ready to take a leap into the unknown. I spent the next few weeks selling my belongings, downsizing my life, and planning my escape. I booked a one-way ticket to Southeast Asia, packed my backpack, and just like that, I was off. The first few weeks were a blur of new experiences, tasting exotic foods, navigating unfamiliar streets, and meeting people from all walks of life. I felt like I was finally alive. Every day was an adventure, and I woke up excited to see what each day would bring. There were moments of pure joy, like when I watched the sunrise over Angkor Wat, hiked through the lush jungles of Thailand, or learned to surf on the beaches of Bali. I met travelers who were on their own journeys, and each person had a story that was both unique and inspiring. But it wasn't all rainbows and sunsets. There were times when I was scared, lonely, and questioned my decision. I remember getting lost in the winding streets of Hanoi, feeling completely overwhelmed by the chaos and noise. There were nights when I missed the comfort of my old life, the predictability, the safety net of a regular paycheck. I faced challenges that pushed me out of my comfort zone, like navigating foreign public transport or getting food poisoning in a remote village. But every challenge taught me something new about myself, my resilience, my ability to adapt, and the strength I didn't know I had. As the months passed, I started to let go of the need to control everything. I learned to embrace the unpredictability of travel, to go with the flow, and to be present in the moment. I discovered a newfound appreciation for the simple things: a friendly smile from a stranger, the beauty of a sunset, the taste of fresh street food. I realized that the world was so much bigger than the tiny corner I had been living in, and that my value wasn't tied to a job title or a paycheck. Traveling taught me to slow down, to listen to my intuition, and to live life on my own terms. I found myself in the quiet moments, sitting alone on a beach, journaling in a crowded cafe, or hiking up a mountain at dawn. I learned that happiness isn't about what you have, but about how you live and the connections you make along the way. I stopped chasing the things I thought I needed and started appreciating what I already had. Now, as I look back on my journey, I can honestly say that quitting my job was the best decision I ever made. I found a sense of freedom and fulfillment that I never knew was possible. I found myself in the most unexpected places, and I realized that life is too short to settle for anything less than extraordinary. I'm still traveling, still exploring, and still learning, but now I know that the greatest adventure is not in the places I visit, but in the journey within myself.